Good evening, and thank you for joining us with Cooking with the Count. Tonight we're going to make some baby back ribs on the grill, or in the fire as I like to call it. You'll see what I'm talking about on how I get these guys started. Anyway, it's a very simple recipe. My ribs have been sitting out for a while, so they're just about room temperature, which is how I like to season my ribs. We're gonna soak them down really well in olive oil, and I'll show you why after. We're gonna add some rosemary, some thyme, and some sweet smoked paprika, and of course Monterey chicken seasoning, that thing that I just can't seem to get away from. Anyway, let's get started. I'm gonna soak them down, like I said, some olive oil. Front and back, we're gonna bathe them, literally bathe them in olive oil. Look at this. I mean, that's when you wanna know a good tender rib. It's when it falls over like this, okay? That is gonna be a tender rack of ribs. Of course, baby backs are usually pretty tender anyway, but if ever you go to buy any type of pork ribs, if you can pick them up and they literally, you know, just about touch, hanging upside down, you know that is going to be a really, really tender rack of ribs. So anyway, here's a little bit of rosemary. Get that on there. Rosemary gives it a nice flavor, and we're not going to worry about the other side for that right now. And of course a little thyme. We're going to bathe this in there and wash it all over anyway, so I'm not too picky about whether I get it in globs or not. You can see this meat is already soaking up nicely, the herbs and the olive oil. Oh, I love these things. My wife is not one that really likes ribs. But boy, I'll tell you what, when I make these, it's a whole different side of my wife. I mean, I'd be afraid to put my fingers too close to her ribs, because she absolutely loves it. Don't be afraid of a little bit of fat. Don't trim it off. You're going to want that when you put them on the grill. A nice healthy dose. Good. One more spray of olive oil. Nice. And over. And play it again. And one more time. Don't be afraid to use the olive oil. Now, last but not least, I don't plan on making these for at least another hour. So I want them to be wrapped up nice and tight, or not so much tight, but Just do this, and that's going to help to get those seasonings to go right into that meat. There. With that, we'll be back in a little while. These have been sitting now for about an hour and a half. So needless to say, they're room temperature. And you can see the olive oil has just worked in. You can see how much this meat has just broken down. This is going to be tender. I mean, these look incredible. So we'll take this off and we'll move these to the grill. Okay, my grill is a little over 600 degrees, and so it's nice and hot. It's time to put these babies on. Now, I always start them first, down like so. And I want to sear them. For about 2 or 3 minutes. We're going to get them nice and hot. I like when the fire flares up. I use it to my advantage, because that's when you can get that nice crispiness in your meat. I turn my meat every couple of minutes. This way here, the flavors get the meld really good. And I'm sorry, I'm not one of those that throw it on the grill for 8 minutes and then turn it one time and your steak is perfectly cooked. BS. Cook it right. Take your time, put your passion into it, put your pride into it, and have some fun. Okay, well, look at that. That's what you're looking for, okay? This is what you want on your ribs. Now I've just turned my grill down to medium. Almost across the board. Yeah, actually across the board. And now we're going to let them slowly cook. At the beginning, when you're searing them, you want to keep it moving. You want to, sear the whole thing. You don't want to just, sear one piece or whatever. Get the bottom, get the back, get the sides. Get your meat coated nicely in seared perfection. You'll love it, I promise. You hear that sizzle? That's music to the stomach, okay? You get songs to the heart, you get sizzles to the stomach. I think this is gonna be one beautiful rack of ribs by the time I'm done. Now I stand them up against each other to make sure that I get the ends nice and done. Doesn't take long. But this way here, everything is done nicely. Let's check this out. Oh yeah, we're home. That's what we're talking about. You tell me that doesn't look good. Let's go chop these up. We're gonna let them sit for about 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 minutes. To let those juices and to finish cooking, because those juices are just going to meld together and it's going to be good. Okay, well, these have been sitting for about 10 minutes. It's time to say I love you. My trusty Hammerstall knives. 1, 2, 3. That's pretty. Now what I do, I don't put them on a sheet pan. I actually put them in a pan like this so that I can put some foil over it and they stay hot. I mean, ribs are great. There's nothing worse than a cold rib. By the way, I want you to look at this meat. Look at the juices in that meat. That's what you call tender. Look at this. That's why I like the olive oil. These things are perfectly cooked. Look at the juice. I mean, that's to die for. Next. And of course, a good sharp knife is a wonderful thing. These are German steel knives. We've had these for over 7 years. I've never been so impressed with the knife set as I have by these from Hammerstall. Strongly suggest you try them out. If you go to www.cookingwiththecount, you'll find that Hammerstall has decided to help us out, and they are giving us 30% off any knife set or knife or whatever that you buy using the code that we provide you on our website. Please like us and enjoy it, and I can guarantee you, you will love this knife set. Anyway, I'm hungry, so on with the next one. Nice. Here are your baby back ribs. As you can see, they look pretty darn good. Now, with that, I wish you a great evening. God bless. And I'm starved. I can't wait to dig into these. Fall off the bone delicious. With that, God bless. Thank you for joining us with Cooking with the Count. Look forward to seeing you again. Please like us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube, please subscribe. And you can get this recipe at www.cookingwiththecount.com. Bon appetit and God bless.